Well, I suppose those letters I sent out to the three of you only a couple of days ago won't be necessary now, will they?
Holy cannoli, Sildar's here?
It seems that fate still has work for me to do, doesn't it? No retirement for me yet.
Yeah, I know you wanted some time to recoup after everything that happened last time we had saw you. How have you been faring?
Peace has a funny way of slipping through your fingers when you're not looking. I stayed in Neverwinter with Gundren before returning to see Wave Echo Cave secured, the forge running, and Gundren's dreams flicker to life. And then the reports started coming in. Thankfully, I was in town when people started coming to Harbin about all the issues around town. They've been reporting goblins have been running rampant during the night. They started small, crops trampled, wagons overturned, scribbles on doors. At first, Harbin wrote it off as bored teens or drunk farmhands, but then livestock turned up gutted, fires set in the middle of the night, whole families waking up to find their shutters ripped off and claw marks across their walls. People say it's goblins, but if it is, they're not acting like any goblins I've dealt with.
Sildar finishes laying out the grim reports. The room is thick with tension when the heavy back door creaks open.
Ah, there he is, our volunteer from the mine.
Heavy boots echo as a stout, broad-shouldered dwarf enters the room. His face is stern, worn from labor, but his eyes are flint bright. His chainmail carries the grime of stone dust, and his hammer still bears the soot of the forge.
Gentlemen, meet Gundar Boulderfell. He's been helping Gundren down at the forge, but, well, he heard the same stories I did.
Wasn't hard. Harder to ignore 'em. Woke to claw marks on the inn's walls last week. You lot might have heard the rumors, but I seen the signs. I'll approach the group, Ben, sizing them up. I'll fold my arms, unimpressed. So, this is the crew Sildar's banking on to save Phandalin. You've got some dirt on you, sure, but I don't see the grit. I see stories, I see egos, I don't see fighters.
I'll step in to try to diffuse the tension a bit, Ben. Come on, Gundar. They've bled for this town before, and Phandalin needs all of us.
No offense meant, Sildar, but offense earned. If I'm right.
You've got guts talking like that for a dwarf they plucked out of the mines. You got experience?
Aye, experience enough to know the difference between a loudmouth and a leader.
Oh boy.
I can't watch. Oh God.
I'll move up closer to Donnie, pointing dead at him. I worked the mines, aye, but Moradin forged more than steel in me down there. He forged purpose, discipline, brotherhood.
I'm balling up my fist at this point, Ben. I'm about ready to knock this guy's lights out.
And you know what else Moradin forged in me? Memory. My cousin, my blood, brave as the mountain's spine and twice as sturdy. He followed you all into battle. He trusted your judgment. And now he's buried under rock, 'cause of it.
Your cousin, huh?
You mean to tell us that Gralmiir is family to you?
Your hands unclench, Donnie. Guilt, sharp and sudden, creeps into your mind.
Enough. This isn't the time for fists or old wounds. Gundar, I understand your grief. I do. We all felt Gralmir's loss, and this isn't on them. I was there as well.
We all carry the weight of that day. You're not alone in it.
We honor Gralmiir by remembering what he stood for, what he fought for. This town is breaking. The people out there, they're scared, and they're right to be. There have been raids, farmsteads burned, strange disappearances. The goblins are different this time. Bolder, organized, not just pestering the roads, but surrounding the town in force. I've told Harbin I will do what I can to help, and Gundar has said he will help as well. Since you three are in town now, perhaps you can join us. Speaking of, what brought you three around? My letters wouldn't have reached you yet.
I'll back up from Gundar. You want to tell him, Barthen? He may already be aware of it.
Did something else happen?
I'll pull out the letter that Garaele had given me, Ben. Not a letter from you, Sildar, but from Garaele. She had a contact riding down past Phandalin when he came across something. Take a look.
I'll have a look at the letter, Ben. See if I may have heard of what he's speaking about.
The information in the letter is news to you, not something you have heard anyone in town make mention of. It is, however, very disturbing.
What in the hells? Found near Tribor Trail, no signs of struggle, skull opened, brain missing, tracks thin, unnatural.
I ain't never heard of a monster nor person that would attack someone in that manner. Very grim.
When and if we have time, I would like to investigate the area where this corpse was found. If her information is good, it may be a decent start to finding the cause of these attacks. For the time being, though, Harbin had been telling me recently that there could be folks around town looking for help. Odds are we can maybe gather some info this way as well.
If you three are planning on sticking around, that is...
You'll find out pretty quickly what we're all about, Gundar. Just try to keep up with us.
Well, if you're all going to be helping, it would be much appreciated. The more hands, the better for this kind of situation, I would say. As Sildar said, there were some people you could maybe talk to about the recent issues. I'm sure you all met Barthen during your previous time here, but if not, Sildar can lead you, of course. The same goes for the miners' exchange. The damn thing's nearly toppled over last I saw.
Toppled over? How?
Those damn goblins were messing around over there. Same with the inn. I know you've spent time there, so maybe you could speak to Toblin about the issues he's been having. I've been doing my best to help everyone, but there's only so much of me to go around, you know?
Yeah, right. Knowing Harbin, this guy's probably just been hiding inside the entire damn time. I'll say that to myself, Ben. But I'll say to him, yeah, sure, Harbin, we'll check out what's up around town, but you know how I operate.
Seriously, Donnie?
As mayor, I, officially authorize you to investigate these issues. And if you do, there will be, a generous reward, of course. Right? So, good luck. May the gods smile upon your efforts, and please try not to let the goblins burn down any more buildings. I'm almost out of forms.
With that, Harbin quickly ducks back into his office, doing his best to stay busy. You can hear the faint clicks of multiple bolts on the door. Seems he doesn't want to be bothered.
All right then, Toblin's Inn, Barthen's Provisions, or the Miners' Exchange. I'm thinking we should check out the exchange considering it's at risk of collapse.
If the building's been structurally damaged, that could be dangerous for anyone still inside or anyone trying to salvage supplies. Let's head there first.
Any objections?
I agree. That's probably the first place we should go.
Let's get to it then.
Oh boy, I'm so excited for another adventure.
You make your way through the dust-choked paths of Phandalin. Townsfolk glance your way, some curious, others clearly relieved to see armed figures walking with purpose. Children peek from behind fences. An older woman hurriedly nails up a wooden plank over a broken window. You hear the snapping of wood beams and grinding of stone as you near the miners' exchange, quickly followed by panicked shouts. The structure slants precariously as miners clamber around the building's foundation. Standing to one side is Guildmaster Halia, her expression tense as she barks orders. From the front porch, a young dwarven man, grimy with soot, waves frantically as you approach. Oi! Careful where you step. She's not exactly stable.
Good afternoon, sir. We heard there was a bit of an issue going on here from the townmaster. I can't help but notice your building seems to be, leaning left a bit.
Leaning left? That explains why it's falling apart.
Harbin sent us to have a look at what's causing the building to nearly topple over. Could you show us Ms. Thornton?
Halia Thornton turns toward you. Her usual commanding poise is cracked by the strain of the situation, but she gives a curt nod.
This way, but watch your footing. Some of the supports gave out near the southern wall. This happened only last night. We woke to find the building was on the verge of falling due to a stone missing from the foundation. I could have one of the men help you out. I had one of them shape stone for the piece missing earlier. Branik, over here! The piece you shaped this morning, bring it here. They'll want to see how it fits.
As Halia leaves to go back to her business, a burly dwarf with rolled-up sleeves and soot across his brow hustles off toward a nearby tool bench where a roughly hewn granite block rests. He hauls it up with a grunt, balanced against his shoulder, and makes his way toward the foundation.
We can hold it in place while you do your thing, Branik. Donnie, give me a hand here.
Branik sets the granite piece down near the gap and begins brushing dust and debris away from the cavity in the foundation wall. Go ahead and roll some strength checks for me, you two.
That's a 21, Ben.
Nice, me too, actually.
With your assistance, Branik is easily able to install the stone without risk of toppling the entire building over. He thanks you for your help before going back to work on the interior of the building with some others.
Let's let Halia know the building should be secure now, at least this portion. Is she still outside, Ben?
No, you would have seen her walk inside before you helped out Branik.
All right, well, I'll be heading on in real quick.
The heavy wooden door creaks open, and the sound of voices and footsteps echo within. Workers moving crates and prepping to secure the wooden beam that had begun to snap. Inside, Halia Thornton stands near a table covered in scrolls and construction diagrams. She's speaking with a worker but looks up as you all enter.
Back already? That was quick. Is it secure?
For now, Branik did a fine job with the fit. No risk of it shifting again anytime soon.
Do you know how that stone was removed? It doesn't make sense as to why goblins would only take one stone from the foundation.
I haven't the faintest idea. Judging by how cleanly it was removed, it makes me curious as to whether or not it was truly goblins.
Do I think that could have been some magical force that removed that stone, Ben?
You can go and roll an intelligence check, Jorkus.
Natural 18, nice.
With an 18, you feel fairly confident that whatever removed that particular rock from the foundation was done using magic. Tools would leave cracks and scratches on the surrounding area, and you would expect to see more dirt displaced than there actually was. Along with this, if goblins were to use tools, it would likely alert anyone who was working late in the exchange, or anyone nearby.
Okay, I'll discuss this with the group then. Ms. Halia, do you know any reason that these goblins, assuming that's what took the stone, would want a single piece of the foundation? The way it was removed seemed to be done without tools, suggesting they would want the stone in one piece and undamaged.
Since when in the hell did you engage in critical thinking, Yorkus?
Huh?
Halia squints her eyes, deep in thought, attempting to recall any reason as to why goblins would want a stone from their building.
There were old rumors, nonsense really, that one of the foundation stones was a lucky stone that was embedded into the stone during construction long ago, but the exact location was never clear. People said it brought prosperity to the exchange, kept our dealings safe from misfortune. I always chalked it up to coincidence and good planning.
It seems we have our motive, gentlemen.
Would goblins really go that out of their way for a rumored stone, though? Perhaps we go check on the others that need help. Maybe we'll find some common issues.
That's not a bad idea. Hopefully everything can make a bit more sense then.
Is your group going somewhere else then?
Yeah, let's go see Barthen. None of this is making any damn sense.
All right. As your group turns to leave the exchange, the floor creaks faintly beneath your boots. The cool, dusty air of the room gives way to the midday heat seeping through the thick wooden doors. Just as Donnie swings the door open, a shout rings out from somewhere down the street. You hear raised voices, panicked, confused, coming from just outside. Feet pound on dirt, and someone yells, "Stop them! Stop those little freaks!" Then another voice, high-pitched and full of disbelief. "They're trying to ride the goat! They're riding the goat!" Your group steps out just in time to see a chaotic scene at the edge of the marketplace. 3 goblins, wild-eyed and cackling, are chasing a bleeding goat that's dragging a rope harness behind it. 2 of them have frying pans for helmets, one of which is clutching what looks like a half-eaten onion. The third is somehow already straddling the goat's back, clinging for dear life as it bucks and bolts toward the southern woods.
What in the fuck?
No, not the goat! We have to stop them!
Let's catch them. Maybe they know what happened to the stone.
All right, let's roll for initiative, guys. We won't be having a mini-map since this should be a pretty quick encounter.
Only a 4, not the best start.
I got a 4 as well, geez.
That's a 13 for me, Ben.
17.
I got an 11.
All right, well, the goblins actually got higher than you all. They seem to be moving as fast as they can, attempting to haul this goat off. In the process, one gets a hoof to the gut, getting knocked prone, lucky to not be knocked out. The other goblin jumps onto the goat alongside his buddy, dashing as fast as they can, ditching the other goblin in the dust kicked up by the goat. Next up will be Donnie, then Barben, Yorkus, Gundar, and Sildar.
All right, Ben, I don't really give a shit about that goat, so I'm not going to bother chasing after them. I'm going to go to the one they left behind, though, and since he's prone, I have advantage, right?
If you're attacking him, yep.
Donnie, wait, don't kill him.
We need to question them, Donnie.
Oh, damn it, man. Fine, I'll grapple the damn goblin, Ben.
You sure, Donnie?
Yeah, we need answers. Hopefully this guy will tell us where his camp is and we can go fuck shit up there.
Fair enough. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
That's an 18, Ben.
That'll do it. The goblin shrieks and kicks as you lunge forward, but it's no match for the trained grip of a seasoned warrior. With a sharp thud, you plant a boot on the goblin's shoulder, pinning it down and wrench its arms behind its back. From a distance, the goat bleats in alarm as it's ridden southward toward the edge of town, one goblin clinging to its scruff, the other whooping like it's some glorious cavalry charge. Anything you'd like to do now, Barben?
I suppose I'll send out my Eldritch Blast at the goblins, one for each of them.
Go ahead and roll to hit. What's the range on it again?
120 feet.
All right, you're good.
That's a 25 to hit on one goblin and a tainted 20 to hit on the other.
Both of those are definitely good enough. Roll some damage.
Max damage on the first goblin, 15 damage, and 7 damage to the other.
The eldritch crackle of red energy surges from your hands as both blasts tear across the midday air. One streak slams full force into the goblin clinging to the goat's scruff. The sheer impact sends the creature flying from the goat's back, a limp heap tumbling across the dirt before skidding to a stop near a hay bale. It's not getting up. The second goblin takes the hit hard in the back, yelping as the force nearly knocks it from the goat, but it somehow holds on. Barely. The goat lets out a desperate bleat and veers wildly, now steered only by a half-conscious, smoldering goblin holding on for dear life.
Well, that's one of them down. Not too sure if any of you can catch up to that one on the goat.
I can definitely try to stop him. No promises, though. I'm gonna try to toss a chaos bolt at that last goblin. That's an 18 to hit. Is that good, Ben?
Yep, that'll do, Jorkus.
Okay, that's...
Jesus, Joe. Today.
12 ice damage.
Nice, Joe. That final blast of frost magic from your Chaos Bolt is enough to take out the goblin. He's propelled off the goat as well, face first into the mud as the goat continues to run off. Seems someone will have to go catch him later at some point.
Great work, guys. Now let's have some words with this goblin Donnie got a hold of.
The goblin squirms beneath Donnie's boot, snarling and spitting in goblin tongue, until it realizes it's the last one left. Its eyes dart between Barben's still glowing hands, and the wisps of frost trailing from Jorkus's fingertips. Then up at Donnie, whose grip hasn't loosened an inch, until he lifts him up in a bear hug facing the group. The goblin swallows hard, ears twitching. Okay, no kill, I talk, it rasps, kicking its little legs in the air.
Great work, Donnie. Now let's ask this one some questions.
Ah, don't kill me, the goblin yells out.
Would you just shut the hell up? Unless, of course, you want to go take a dirt nap alongside your buddies over there. Where's your camp at?
Damn, roll an intimidation check, Donnie, with advantage.
Tainted 20, now that's what I'm talking about.
Nice, Donnie.
The goblin freezes like a cornered rat, his arms stiff, legs quivering. Donnie's voice cuts through him like steel through bark, and with a 20, he's not questioning whether you mean it. He knows you do. Okay, camp in the old rock tunnels. The Grey Dwarves mades it.
Doesn't help me. What direction? How far, damn it?
The goblin continues to squirm, getting more and more scared as you pressure him. Ah, that's ways. Camps is that's ways. The goblin points to the south, the same direction that the other goblins lay, dead across the dirt and mud. You get the sense, however, that judging by how bad this goblin's speech is, he likely has no clue how far away the camp is.
Illiterate shithead, how far?
Half day, half days. Daunt kills me, the goblin continues to wail out, looking to the rest of you to come to his rescue.
What the hell is a half day?
How about this then? Answer another question or two and you can get out of here.
The goblin shakes his head violently, saying, yes, asks questions.
Why did your clan steal a stone from one of the buildings here? Why that one stone?
The goblin looks confused for a moment, less frightened than when Donnie was speaking to him. Which stone? We took some stones.
I can't understand a single thing this idiot is trying to say. Do one of you comprehend languages?
Wait, you stole multiple stones? We only saw that one missing on the exchange.
The goblin's eyes widen, giving you the idea that he probably let on too much. Oh, yes, the stone. We took the stones.
I think he's holding back on telling us stuff. We ought to just kill him here.
The goblin shrieks again. Ah, no, we stole stones, yes. Magic stones for Ruxithid. Ruxithid has big brains. Ruxithid's his chosens.
Ruxithid must be your clan leader, huh?
Yes, speaks with Ruxithids. Spares me.
Drop him, Donnie. I doubt this one would even be capable of making it home.
Fine, scram, dude.
The goblin looks back to you as you drop him, confused. Scrams?
It means get the hell out of here.
The goblin screams one last time, running out of town and into the woods, his path going in confused directions until he is fully enveloped in tree cover.
Oh man, I forgot to ask him why they took the goat.
Is that really of importance, Yorkus?
Is what of importance?
Jesus, never mind.
Well, at least we now know why they took the stone from the miners' exchange and where to.
Not to mention the fact that he let slip that they've probably stolen more stones than just that. That goblin may have seemed like an idiot, but someone is organizing them enough to come to town and steal stuff. And from what Jorkus thinks, not using conventional tools either.
We definitely need to meet whoever Ruxithid is. Even if they're a goblin, they probably would talk with us if they've been organizing all of these issues around town.
Agreed. I think that may be our first stop after helping out the others around town. Do we want to go see Barthen now?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked to him in such a long time. Maybe we can do some catching up.
I'm sure you'll have time for that, Jorkus, but I'm pretty sure he'll be needing our help with some more goblin-related issues.
Well, yeah, that too. I'm sure he misses us, though, as well.
One way to find out, I suppose. Let's go to his shop and see what he needs help with.
You make your way down the well-worn path leading toward Barthen's Provisions, the old general store standing just a bit crooked on its frame, weathered by time, but still dependable looking. A familiar wooden sign creaks overhead in the breeze, the painted letters faded, but still readable. A couple of barrels sit stacked near the entrance, one clearly broken, its contents, dried apples or maybe turnips, spilling slightly onto the ground. Barthen's place looms just ahead. The front door is cracked open and a bell dangles from the frame but doesn't ring when you step in. It must have rusted through its spring. Inside, the smell hits first. Dust, herbs, aged wood, and something sweet, like fig jam. And then a familiar voice calls out from behind the counter.
Well, look who it is. You didn't tell me these fine folk were coming back anytime soon, Sildar.
I didn't know myself, Barthen. Just got in today and are already helping Gundar and I out with issues around town.
By the gods, you look like you've been through the grinder and back. Donnie, still carrying that oversized toothpick? Jorkus, still glowing and mumbling to yourself? Barben, you look like you've seen a few more ghosts since we last spoke, pal.
Told you he'd be missing us.
Is that what you call that?
You really think I didn't? After what you all did for this town? We've had a lot of bad nights lately, but seeing your faces gives me a bit of hope again.
From behind a tall shelf stacked with jars of pickled vegetables and bundles of dried sage, the creak of a floorboard draws your attention. A dwarven woman steps into view, wiping her hands with a small cloth. She's dressed neatly in blue robes, a scarf, and dark boots. Her forearms are marked with numerous tattoos of sigils drawn in white ink, and slung across her back is a leather satchel brimming with books, scrolls, and other implements.
You all may not have met the new visitor in town. She only arrived a short while ago and was asking for directions to the inn.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, gentlemen.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Ben.
OMG, hi Kamala.